Acoustics was nice enough to send me a pair of these, the Concept 500s, their flagship floor standing speaker. But they also sent me a pair of these, their 3050Is. These are also floor standing speakers, but they're very, very different in a lot of ways. The Concept 500s are $6,000 a pair, while the 3050Is come in right around $800 a pair. So they're really for two different markets. But since I have them here, I decided, why don't I give them a little audio test so we can hear what the differences are between these two speakers. The 3050i is a part of Acoustics' 3000i lineup of speakers, which includes this, the 3050i floor stander, the 3020i bookshelf speaker, the 3010i bookshelf speaker, the 3090i center channel, and the 3060s subwoofer. While the Concept 500s are part of Acoustics' flagship line, which includes these, the Concept 500s, and the Concept 300 bookshelf speakers. Now, as I said in the intro, there's a pretty big price gap between these and the 3050Is. But I'm still curious as to what the differences are in both obviously looks and audio quality. So we're going to talk about that in this video today. So stick around, we're going to do some audio samples so you can hear both movies and music with these two speakers. And we're also going to talk about what the differences are as I hear them in this room. Now, before we get too far into this video, if you're into product comparisons, unboxing, product reviews, and basically all things home theater, click that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can be alerted anytime we upload new content. Now let's move on and talk about the similarities and differences between these two speakers. The Concept 500 is on the left and the 3050i is on the right. I have the grill on the front of these speakers and they cover about 50% of the span, so they're very, very similar in that. And just below the grill, you have the Acoustics logo just down there. Now both grills attach magnetically, so they're easy to pull off just like that. And as you can see, they both have the driver tweeter driver setup, which I like. I think it has nice balance. Now both have 6.5-inch drivers with 1-inch tweeters, and so again, they're very similar in that regard. Now, one of the major differences you notice right off the bat between these two speakers is the Concept 500 is taller than the 3050i. I have the feet on both of these and they're basically set at their zero setting here on the floor, but the Concept 500 is about 6 inches taller than the 3050i. The Concept 500 is also about 1.5 inches deeper than the 3050i, so it will take up a little bit more space in your room as compared to the 3050i. From the side, you can see that I have the gray surface finish for both of these speakers. They both come in a black, white, and gray surface finish, but the 3050i also comes in an English walnut, which is a wood surface finish, and I really, really like the English walnut. But over here with the Concept 500s, you've got the gray or silver surface finish along with a wood veneer on the back end. Now, all the Concept 500s have a wood veneer on the back end to give it a nice two-tone look. But they also coated in a multi-layer lacquer, so the surface finish is glossy and feels great to the touch, and it's just a very, very premium look. Now let's talk about a few internal features for each of these model lines. They both feature the P2P or point-to-point bracing technology, which is supposed to increase cabinet rigidity. They both also feature Helmholtz pressure equalizers to reduce pressure gradients throughout the cabinet, which also reduces cabinet resonances. Now the Concept 500 takes that a step further by introducing a triple layer cabinet. You have a layer, non-setting gel core, layer, non-setting gel core, layer. And they do this to reduce high frequency resonances within the cabinet so you have a quieter cabinet. Now moving on to the rear of these speakers, the first thing you'll notice is the surface finish on the 3050i continues all the way around, while you have the wood veneer finish on the back of the Concept 500s. And they both are ported and come with foam port plugs that pull out very, very easily. Now the port on the 3050i is about 1 inch smaller in diameter as compared to the Concept 500s. But the Concept 500s also has the ability to tune the port a little bit because this port plug has a center section that pops out, and you can run it like that, or you can run it fully ported just like that, so you can tune it to your abilities. The other thing you'll notice is you have single binding post here on the 3050i, and you have dual binding posts here, so you can bi-amp or bi-wire the Concept 500s if you want to. And the only other thing to make mention of back here is the fact that they give you a treble tune here at the top of the Concept 500s. This is just a little pin that you pull out and you have less treble there. You have nominal or normal treble there. And if you put it in this position, you get more treble. So you're able to tune both the bass sound as far as porting and also the treble sound with the Concept 500s. Now let's listen to a few audio samples so you can hear the differences between these two speakers. In setting this test up, I put my microphones in the same exact position and I move the speaker wire from one speaker to the other while repeating the track, keeping the volume level constant.
Two fires, movement so graceful. Wildcat in the jungle with dangerous claws. Movement she anticipates, a sight is set on her prey like stars. Eyes glow like two fires, movement so graceful. Wildcat in the jungle with dangerous claws. Movement she anticipates, a sight is set on her prey like stars in the dark.
Respond, Fox 3! Respond, Fox 3!
My name is Gladiator.
How dare you show your back to me? Slave! You will remove your helmet and tell me your name.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius. My name is Gladiator.
How dare you show your back to me? Slave! You will remove your helmet and tell me your name.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed those two audio samples and could hear the differences between these two speakers. But I want to talk about what it's like to listen to these two speakers when you're sitting in a room. And the first thing I'll say is they both give you the Acoustics natural vocal sound. Musicians, actors, their voices sound as you expect them to sound, which is a definite plus. The Concept 500s don't deviate in that regard from the 3050Is. They both sound very, very good with vocals. But the Concept 500s does deviate in that they give you a fuller, richer sound with more clarity. In the scene from Kong Skull Island, I showed you, it was the helicopters coming in and they see Kong for the first time. So you get a lot of thump, 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 thump from the helicopter rotors. Well, if you look at that clip, you'll notice that the woofers were moving in and out quite a bit, and you can feel the bass a little bit more with the Concept 500s over the 3050Is. Also in that scene from Gladiator, right before Gladiator tells his real name, he breathes. And you can hear that breath with both of these speakers, but you get a little bit more clarity with the Concept 500s in that scene than you do from the 3050i's. So you get just a bit more with the Concept 500s, but they don't deviate super far from the 3050i's. And I think that is a definite plus between these two speakers. If you have the 3050i's, you're getting a great speaker. If you have the Concept 500s, you're getting an even better experience. And that's what you want, especially when you're spending your money. Now, a lot of people are going to ask, can you hear an audible difference between the two? Yes, you can. I have them here, I set here, and you can definitely hear the differences between the two. I know a lot of people talk about the law of diminishing returns, especially when it comes down to higher end speakers, in that there's a certain point where you can hear the difference. Well, you can hear the difference between these two. It is pretty apparent. Now, a lot of people say, is it worth the price difference between the Concept 500 and the 3050i? And it's kind of a hard question to answer because since they're in such different price categories, it really depends on your budget. If you have the budget for $6,000 speakers, definitely get the Concept 500s. But if you don't have the budget, get the 3050i. I mean, that's just kind of how it is, the black and white of it. But if you have the 3050i's and you're thinking, well, should I upgrade to the Concept 500s? If you like the Acoustic sound and you come into some money somehow or something like that, I would say upgrade, because if it were my money and I was able to purchase one or the other, I'd go with the Concept 500s. They sound better, they look better, and while both of them are going to last years, the Concept 500s are going to look better longer than the 3050i's, and they're going to sound better longer than the 3050i's. So between the two, obviously the Concept 500s are better, but the 3050i's are no slouch, and that's what I like. And what I really, really like is they both have that Acoustic sound, so you kind of know what you're getting if you are familiar with Acoustic speakers. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave your comments in the comment section below. Also like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you are a subscriber. Thank you guys for watching. We'll talk to you next time.